That's right, baby. We pulled the trifecta, and I want to welcome all of the BCW faithful to the hottest, newest weekly pro wrestling show there is today in 2020, Brii Combination Wrestling's Curtain Call. And if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe below and follow Brii Combination Wrestling on all social media platforms as you see on the screen right now. And by now, if you're wondering, who is this ruggedly handsome individual with these melodious tones piping right through your speakerphone? I am your host, the host that covers the most, Jimmy J. And now that I got myself over, got that out of the way, we can talk BCW. You know something, faithful? I feel something. It's like a lightning bolt just trapped in my body, bouncing around there, because we are just a little over 1 month away from the biggest event of the year for BCW, the anniversary show, Anniversary 4. And if you've been following BCW on social media, then you know we've announced an array of matches already, but yours truly, I've only talked about 2 of them. I've talked about the King of the Monsters finals and the finals of the tag team title tournament to crown the first ever BCW tag team champions. And if you tuned in last week, you've seen those precious titles. And well, I know there were 4 individuals that tuned in last week. The Ducklings and Dominic Denaro and Chris Barton of the Sasuchin squad. And, you know, one got to wonder, what were they feeling? A match of this magnitude, what are they feeling? I mean, what goes into that preparation? How did he prepare for this match? And well, the Sasuchin squad seemed to be preparing already. And if you talk about nerves and trepidation, well, that was kind of obsolete, because to say that they were overconfident might just be an understatement.
No, I find it really, really funny. A little over a year ago, we stepped foot into Brii Combination Wrestling. We were considered young boys. We were considered jokes. The underdogs. We were practically fed to the wolves. Fast forward to the present. Here we are, the top tag team in Brii Combination Wrestling. That's right. We beat the Rep. We beat South Philly's finest. And there's just one more team left on our little bit of a redemption tour. What's that, Beast? The Ugly Ducklings. You see, Ducklings, this redemption tour ends where it all began. Our first match in Brii Combination Wrestling was against the Ugly Ducklings, and how fitting that the last stop of the tour, the last stop on our way to those tag team titles, is against you guys. See, we're not those same boys that you met over a year ago. No. We're a lot smarter than we were. Strong. Corner to corner. Lot harder. We noticed what you've been doing on the independent scene. We're not impressed. So I tell you what, at BCW Anniversary 4, hunting season begins. See you there, ducks.
Sasuchin, never scared, but prepared. And well, the Quack Attack might be getting whacked at Anniversary 4, but moving along right now, I want to talk to each and every one of you about the BCW World Championship and its history. Because I feel like maybe some of you aren't up to speed with that title. Since its debut in July of 2017, there has been 4 BCW champions. Mike Orlando, Joe Gacy, Azriel, and the current BCW World Champion, Mr. Darius Carter. So join me, and let's take a trip down memory lane and check out the history of the BCW World title. there's been just some incredible matches for this championship. And Mr. Carter's held on to the belt for about 470, 480 days, and I'm pretty sure he'll give you the exact number. But thinking about it now, all those title defenses, successful title defenses, when is it going to come to an end? It might just happen this year because Mr. Carter faces his toughest challenge yet. News broke last week. BCW World Championship on the line. Mr. Darius Carter faces Billy Brash. And not only is Mr. Carter going to be facing Billy Brash, not only does he have to beat Billy Brash, but he's going to have to face the winner of the number one contendership match between Azrael and Eric Jaden in the same night. And now everybody's asking, Jimmy, why? Why is this happening? Well, I'm going to let you know why. Because BCW management wants to deliver to everyone, to all the faithful fans. Because the anniversary show is the biggest show of the year. And mainly because Christmas with a Vengeance last year was canceled due to some unforeseen circumstances. We are not going to have any loose ends over here on BCW. We are going to make these matches happen. So the matches that were scheduled to happen at Christmas with a Vengeance will happen at the anniversary show. And the winners of those matches will face each other to become the undisputed BCW World Heavyweight Champion. And everybody's excited. I mean, I'm excited about it. A lot of the fans are happy to hear this. But there's one man that's not excited at all. And as a matter of fact, he's the complete opposite of excited. He's distraught. He is irate. And he called management. I have the exclusive call, the exclusive voicemail that he left BCW management. I got my hands on it, and I mean, just let it speak for itself. Take a listen.
You've reached the offices of Brii Combination Wrestling. I'm sorry there's no one here to take your call at the moment, but please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and someone will get back to you immediately. Thanks. Have a great day.
BCW Management. This is your champion, your World Heavyweight Champion of 472 days, Mr. Darius Carter, wrestling's richest prize, the All-Father, the Patriarch of Progress, all of these lovely things, the man, most of all, that has been carrying your company. So please tell me why I have to waste my time calling you multiple times to get your voicemail. You're wasting my time. I shouldn't have to keep pressing send. I shouldn't have to wait. I shouldn't have to hear ringing. I shouldn't hear a voicemail message. I am your company. And I knew this would happen. I knew that I was going to call you. I'm a clairvoyant. I knew that this was going to happen. The moment that announcement was made of me competing twice in one night, defending my championship, because I will win. I will retain in the first match. I'm going to retain in the second, but that's all later on. You have booked me for 2 championship defenses in the same night. For what reason, I have no idea. And then you're going to tell me that my first match is against Billy Brash from the Christmas with a Vengeance show that was canceled. As if that's my fault. Why do I have to defend against him? What has he done to earn it? His championship match, his chance was in December. The show got canceled. His title opportunity got canceled. He gets to be king of the monsters, walk around with the trophy, leave me alone. Why is he my business? Why is it my fault that you couldn't hold your license together and you got the show canceled? You got beat by the athletic commission. That's not me. It's not my fault. That show should be wiped clean, but instead you have me facing Billy Brash, and then after I beat him, I have to compete again against either Azrael, who I've beaten twice. I took the title from him November 9th, 2018, and then I beat him 2 weeks later in his rematch at WrestleCade in North Carolina. That is it for Azrael. I should never see him again during my reign. But here he is, a top contender. And then Eric Jaden, who won't disappear. He won't vanish. He won't go away. I beat him too, decisively. Perhaps the most decisive championship defense of my BCW reign. And now I have to face one of those two men that I've already beaten. Again. What do I have to prove? How is that fair? How is that just? For all I've done to you, for all I've done for you, I brought you to WrestleCade, to North Carolina. Sure, you called and you helped set it up, but if you didn't have me as the face of the company, as your defending champion, you wouldn't have had a booking. You wouldn't have had a slot on that show, Showcase of Champions. That was because of me. All this press, these new shows, the curtain call, all these things that are showing up with BCW, the new lighting with the lighting company, with Ray's Lighting, all of these different things, going to New Jersey, traveling to New Jersey, getting outside of your box. Instead of performing in front of the same venue every month, you traveled out. You're going to different places in Queens, to the Bronx, to New Jersey, because I made that possible. I put money, revenue into this company on a monthly basis. And you tell me that I have to risk everything to beat someone I shouldn't have to face, and then face another person that I've already beaten. You couldn't fly someone in from England for me to face. You couldn't fly someone in from Japan. You couldn't get somebody fresh off of a WWE match, or someone fresh off of a major branded match. You couldn't do that for me. Those are the people I should be defending my title against. The best in the world. People I haven't faced before. Doors opened for me as a result of those matches, where I can then take the championship over there. Makes sense, doesn't it? BCW championship in Germany. BCW championship back in the United Kingdom. BCW championship in Canada. BCW championship in Japan. Do something. But instead, I have to face these termites. I have to face these parasites for your amusement, so that a loser can potentially hold this championship. And here I am leaving a voicemail. I should be saying this to you. I should be saying it to your faces, but you're afraid. And that's fine. That's fine, because after this, everything changes with BCW. Lights out. We're rebooting this whole thing. Anniversary 4, I beat Billy Brash. I beat either Azriel or Eric Jaden again. And I am personally hitting the reset button. This will never happen again. I'm saying it to you on voicemail only because you were too afraid to press that green button to pick it up. You were afraid. You dropped the news over social media and then you ducked the champion. That's classic Carney booking. And you want to play the game? You think you can play the game better than the man who wrote the game for this company? Okay. You're going to have to call me back. And if you don't call me back, you're going to have to see me the night of that show. And if you see me the night of the show, if you decide to wait until then, I'm going to let you ruminate on that. I feel pity for my opponents. I feel pity for this company, for what's about to happen. But for what's about to happen, it's better for you. I've had enough. You made your moves. I'm making mine. BCW, Anniversary 4, you'll see me there. Call me back. Be smart. Be wise. Call me back. You have the number. You have the name. I have the championship. Do something before I do something. Because things I've done, things I've needed to do to make money, to get to where I am, to get to my social status, to get to my wealth, my legitimate wealth, things I've had to do to get to where I am today, don't make me do that. Don't make me do this for this anniversary show. It's on you. Do not make me resort to those tactics. Don't make me do it. Call me back.
Darius Carter is beside himself right now, and he wants answers. And I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if management's going to give him answers. I don't know if they're going to work with him. I don't know what's happening here, but I listened back, and I caught something that I didn't catch the first time. And when I was, listening and putting two and two together, Carter's pretty much saying, management, you got to do something about this, or he's going to do something about this. And I'm kind of worried. I'm concerned right now about this, and I hope that, management rectifies this issue, and maybe we can come to like a truce here or middle ground or something like that. But nevertheless, I'm going to keep everybody up to date on this situation as it unfolds. But there is one more video package that even yours truly, I didn't get a chance to see. This is the first time I will be seeing it right now. I've announced earlier on in the show that there are 4 people going to be involved in this world title picture at the anniversary show. There's obviously Mr. Carter defending his title against Billy Brash. And then there's the number 1 contendership between Azrael and Eric Jaden. And I received a package from management that they wanted me to air on this episode of The Curtain Call from Eric Jaden. I have no clue what is on this package, but we are dropping it as an exclusive right here on BCW Curtain Call. So, BCW faithful, here it is. For the first time, I'm even witnessing this myself. Eric Jaden.
This March, 4 years ago, it all started with a dream. A dream of starting something special. A dream of starting a promotion that would change the wrestling business. That dream is called Brii Combination Wrestling. This March, 4 years ago, doors open. And I was the first one in there. I was the very first one. And now, this coming March, I am the last remaining BCW original. 4 years. And I got the contract. 4 years. March 27th. I need to make this happen. I need to make sure that I beat Azrael because I beat them all in 4 years. Since day one, I beat Michael Lando, Red Titus. They threw them all at me. I beat them all. Joe Gacy, Anthony Green, the legend they called Glazier. In tag matches, I've been through it all. And I had promoters and bookers come in. And when my time came, no, Jaden, it's not your turn yet. No, Jaden, you're not ready yet. You're not ready for that spotlight yet, but you know what? Now I am. I'm ready now. I'm ready for that spotlight now because you know what? March 27, Azrael, you're nothing but a speed bump to me. You're in my way of finally becoming the Brii Combination Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. I know that night, Darius Carter, it's you and Billy Brash, and I don't care. I don't care who wins. All I know that I'm winning. I'm beating you, Az. And I'm going on as the number one contender. And it says it right here. As the number one contender for the BCW heavyweight title. Because you know what? It is my time. It is my time. 4 years ago, I came into this company as a nobody. And on March 27th, I'll make sure I leave as the top guy of the company, because it is destined for Eric Jaden to be the top guy in this company. It is destined for Satsujin to be the leaders of Brii Combination Wrestling. And I promise this. I promise that if I don't win on March 27th, then I guess Satsujin is not forever. I guess my legacy will end and I'll walk away from pro wrestling if I don't win on March 27th. If I don't become the BCW heavyweight champion, it's over.